Anyway, guys, we are back. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We are back. I think everyone was struggling to connect into the lobby. But anyway, we are back, and it's actually a lot more nice and sunny. So now, Ryan, you can do the weather report. Our favourite Met Office. Oh, you got a message from Smithy then. But anyway, nonetheless, we are here for GP2 here at the Spa-Francorchamps, where I think one of the feuds has actually been ignited again with Chill and Smithy last week. Copyrighted. So we are waiting for AMG Coaster to retire from the session. We'll be starting Q2. Well, by the BBC weather, by the way the BBC weather's going about, it looks like it's about, I don't know, 15 years. Yeah, the fax machine is a little bit.
Should make a complaint, Ryan. This is better than my internet. Let's go.
But anyway, nonetheless, everyone has retired from the session. So that means they have got their setups. So we're now waiting for this session to start for Q2, where only 2 drivers will only be going to be knocked out here at Belgium. Ooh, very change of weather. Looks like the fog's rolling in. I think Jason Blundell's at it again. But anyway, we'll get a bit off track. And we'll have a look on which tyres our 12 drivers are going to be fitting. So far at the moment, there are 5 people on the softs, 2 on the mediums, and 5 on the supers. And it looks like Craigie is out first. So then, Ryan, who do you think will be knocked out of Q2? Okay. It is true. So we did see, I think it was when in 1.1, we did see some of the drivers that were on the medium struggling a little bit because of the track conditions, because of how damp or cold the track is. I'm not going to be mentioning any name, you know, but I think it was also some in GP3 that was struggling as well. That's what I've been told. We don't have any debutants at the moment, but we do have some drivers that are missing. Okay. We obviously understand. Obviously understand that. Oh yeah, Craig is going into the pits. I don't know why. Yeah, he has. Please do, please do. I've got eyes on Chalky in the Sauber, rocking the number 12. We'll have a look on Chalky's point of view on who is ready on. Very neat. Doing 211 miles per hour at the end of the Kebble Straight there. Now Chalky's coming up to the downhill right-hander known as Russell. Oh, Chalky gets a little bit of a touch on the wall of Godwin No Name. As Chalky now goes into the campus section. Very, very neat on out on the exit, and now onto Stavelo 1 and Stavelo 2. Oh, discreet has done a 145.2. To start off with Smithy doing a 145.3. That's 47.2. Chalky has done a 145.2, the same lap. As Parrott does a 144.7. It's actually it's a very good strong lap on the soft tyre. As Horn does a 147.4. We'll have a look at Cam. It looks like he's going to be starting his flying lap. Cam has done a 158.9, but that is his banker lap, so he's actually going to go for another lap, probably because of a slight scare on validation. On to Eau Rouge Radion. Very neat from Cam. And now onto the Kebble Straight. Force India is praying to get a good performance here on this track, and Smithy is improved with a 144.9. Yeah, because I think so far at the moment 1.1 is doing the best that they can to try and keep the constructors alive, but also to keep both of the drivers at peace, despite being quite close into the Drivers' Championship.
They basted it.
As Cam goes on the exit of Stavelo 1 and on Stavelo 2. Chalky goes quicker with a 145.006. Horn goes fastest with a 146.6. And then Chill with a 145.037. Just over a tenth separated between him and Smithy. As we see Cam, he's going to be finishing in his lap with a 144.2. Finds half a second. Looks like Top Goon is actually thinking, you know what, I'm here as well. join in. Craig has done a 1:45.4. Now AMG Kosher is on his out lap. Oh, Craigie. It's quite wayward of Radion.
Question is, Phil, do you want my audio?
It's completely up to you, Brandon. Me and Ryan have very good caliber for 1.1 and also for GP2. Manzi's also on his out lap as well, as he now is on the softs.
God,
So he obviously knows that Manzi would not be able to qualify on the mediums after doing a 1:47.2. So Manzi, a little bit of a hop and a skip on a poo at the entry of poo on the out lap. As we are now getting close, we're now 5 minutes 45 seconds left of Q2. Top Gunner so far leads the top of Q2 with a 1:44.1, with Cam in second with a 1:44.2.
I like Cam's line though. Great traction.
Look at Kosher. Oh, I think he had a little bit of, a slight bottoming out. To Radion. Now to the kill straight. And now in Lacombe. It did actually look like he took it a bit too narrow. For a little bit.
Helps out.
Now Kosher.
Colts arrived at the party. But woo.
Kosher is now onto the exit of the campus section. He's a little bit onto the AstroTurf. The exit there. Now Stavilo 1. Now going full power towards Blanchimont.
Come on, old man. See, you're a bit slow.
You can try and do it. Very, very neat. From Kosher, now onto the bus stop chicane. Tom Gunner has retired in the pits. Kosher across the line with 1:44.8.
Old man, he needs them stabilisers back out. He's going very slow.
Ooh. Hello. It looks like Chalky and Craigie are on their outlaps on the super softs again.
Split strategies and again.
That's... I hate to say this, but that's quite odd. We've seen in the past that super softs here at Belgium is not strong. Especially with tyre wear.
They normally have to do another stop, don't they?
Yeah.
And
Because ever since we've had these new regulations for the 2018 season, obviously with 2017 they had ultras and supers and then softs, but now for 2018 they had softs, no supers, softs, then mediums. But the supers kind of have the they've scraped a little bit to try and contribute not having the ultra softs.
I like the old ultras, aren't they?
Yeah. So Chalky is now starting his fly lap on the set of super softs as he goes out to the source. Very neat. Very, very neat indeed. And now coming up to Orange Radion.
Lenny Colt's on a very good lap.
Very
Midway
good
sector 2.
position there. So far we have 3 people that have retired from the session in the pits. So they know that they are safe, which are Top Gooder, Cam and Smithy. Meanwhile, Chill is a little bit unsure.
Could be knocked out. If the drive's bound to improve.
So either could be,
It will be.
or will be. You never know. And it does look like that the sun is starting to come out a little bit.
Oh,
Must mean
right,
that
that's
the
right a
track
minute.
is starting
Oh,
to
no,
warm
man,
up.
you're right.
Kosher has retired from the session, so he knows that he's safe. As he's done a 1:45.8, but does have one more attempt if he's planning on doing so. As Craigie does a 1:44.8.
All eyes are on Horndog and Colt now. Colt's 4 attempts up.
Chalky is now on the exit of the bus stop chicane and does a 1:45.3, but it's not quick enough.
Horndog is on a good lap as well.
Manzi has
Slow.
backed off.
So middle sector, very quick. Last middle sector.
Go on to Horn. As
Very
Horn now
strong
goes
middle sector.
on the exit of the bus stop. And now opening DRS. He gets 10th with a 1:45.3.
It's
So
up
now
by a second.
Manzi has backed off. That means he will be knocked out. So all hopes are now on Colt. As he now barrages towards the bus stop chicane. Takes it very neat. A good exit. And gets third with a 1:44.7.
The
So
script
that
best
does
there as well.
mean,
In that last lap.
so that does mean that Horn and Manzi are out.
Mr. Tetsu row. Get the predictions again.
And Craigie goes fastest with a 1:44.0.
Come on, Craigie. I saw that coming.
And Chalky to wrap up Q2. He's now going to cross the line, opening DRS. He goes quickest with a 1:44.8. I don't think Manzi's going to be very, very happy with that. That
It's 2
performance when
times.
he
They're not that good too.
P12.
2 races in a row now. Been knocked out.
I think the last time he got himself into Q3, I think it was France. Last time he made it to Q3. We are waiting for Manzi to retire from the session.
Smithy will
We do have Craigie and... Yeah, Smithy was very, very close. I think he was holding his breath a little bit. So we do have 2 people that will be starting on the Super Softs. That is Chalky and Craigie. They go for quite a bit of a bold move. Starting on them tyres. And there we have it. Only a 10th. Just over a 10th. separated between Craig and Top Gunner. Despite being Top Gunner on a slightly slower tyre than Craigie, whereas Chalky's only 23 thousandths ahead of Kosher.
It's going to be very tight between Top Gun and Cam for pole. Very tight.
So we're now at the start of Q3. And whilst we're going to be waiting for the 10 drivers to start their laps, or start their qualifying laps here in Q3, we'll now be going to talk about next week for GP2, which will be set into Monza. My question is for both of you. Will the pressure that Para has got at the moment to try and keep up with the consistency that he has, will that possibly get the best of him at Ferrari's own turf?
I think it might be the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I think that Doubt and Cam hitting each other out in that incident at Hungary, and whatever that niggle is going to cause a lot more mistakes.
But I'm guessing
the gap might come down.
I think at the end of the race report, Para did get quite lucky. Like, came out with a racing incident.
Yeah, nevertheless, he might still have that niggle back in his brain though if he's kind of battle him again.
Yeah, he might have that part of his subconscious mind thinking I must not try and get I must not get a good amount of tow from the car in front. It does catch people out.
Definitely. I'll have a look and see if there's any updates of the driver standings of GP2, which I don't think has been updated yet, but hopefully they have. And they have not been updated, unfortunately. I think everyone will be getting on the back of Horn Dog in a minute, very soon. Well, Horn Dog has actually had a bit of a spot of bother for this week, despite having I think it was a bruised shoulder, which was very unfortunate of him. Also, the same with Discreetly. Go on board and see how he takes over his Radion. I think it was every single commentator sees how they take Radion. And it looks like Discreetly actually take it very neat. All Colts left the session, so try and invite back, please, Ryan. Yeah. Come on. Discreetly's now onto the cob. Takes a lot of curb in the first part. Now on to Brissell. Sorry, Cut, wrong invite. As Brandon makes a little bit of a blunder. Like always, I do. Very clumsy. Yeah. As Discreetly now enters into the campus section of the second sector, now coming up to the end with Snavel out. Oh. The menu has disappeared. There we go, back. There we go. So Discreetly crosses the line with a 1:43.5. Top Gun is next. Oh,
Carroll's pitted. We'll have a look at Top Gooner. With the Williams team with the 142. Whoa! 6/10.
God, that's even quicker than me.
6.5 tenths. Six and a half tenths between Top Gun and Discreetly.
Top Gooner, hashtag promotion.
I think. Oh, Cam!
He's also quicker than me. Cam and Top Gooner, hashtag promotion.
We'll have a look at Smithy. He's now exiting out of the section, and it looks like he's going to be starting another lap after getting that time invalidated. Chill crosses the line with a 1:44.3. And Smithy now starts his next flying lap. As Craigie is now going to be starting on his outlap, same goes for Chalky, Parrot and Kosher. As Smithy now enters into Les Combes, only 300ths up on his time. And now on to Bruxelles. Takes a very good line. And now onto the corner with no name. Again, very neat.
It's 33 thousandths up on
Ooh,
Cam.
goes a little bit on the grass. Seems to force the wide a little bit on the midway point of Puon. Now onto the exit of the campus section. Goes a little bit narrow. Now on Stavelo 1 and 2.
2 tenths up.
And now goes maximum attack mode for Blanchimont. Takes a very good line there. Didn't go as wide as the rest of the other drivers. Now onto the bus stop chicane. Chill goes fat, improves with a 1:43.6. Whereas Smithy is a 1:44.5. Almost a second slower than his rival.
The confidence is going.
I think it's one of them type of tracks that scares you. Because there's a lot of corners that you can invalidate. Oh, like
And crash
Radion.
out.
Yeah. As Para now goes up over his Radion. Very neat. Have a look on Para's speedometer. Doing 211.
Bit the pressure
Very
going.
hard onto Les Combes.
He's a
A little bit on the grass on the exit of Les Combes there. And now at Bruxelles. Now on the exit of the corner with no name. And now charging his way through onto Puon. Takes in 8th. Which is a bit surprising because most people take it in 7th or 6th. Now up to the exit of Stavelo 2, goes a little bit wide on the exit there, trying to utilise as much track as possible.
Just falling short of Cam's time. So he could be second or third.
Now to the bus stop chicane, very neat. And a very good exit as well. Chalky goes with a 1:44.6 and Parrot does a 1:43.3.
It's a fry, second row.
And blunder from also our other commentary, which is Brandon. Need that
KFC
VTEC
car.
power. I think that's what Colt needs. Oh, I think Power goes a little bit on the gravel trap. The exit of Le Combe, which could cost him a quarter of a tenth. Let's have that route.
Oh, it's got a 142.7.
It now spreads the needle between the Force India and the Williams Mercedes powered cars. This Para, oh, it looks like he's backed off, or he's out of fuel.
That's disqualifying over.
Which does mean that wherever he's gonna qualify, because we do have Discreetly Chill and Smithy on their outlap, and Kosher is also on his outlap as well.
It's got no fuel. Very thirsty.
Oh, Kosher's gone in. So that does mean that Kosher will be starting 10th. Meanwhile, the rivalry, Chill and Smithy are on their outlap.
And Cam's back to that is Vision Pole.
Here we go. Can Chill improve his time from a 1:43.6?
I think Cam's just
Smithy,
invalidated.
can he improve with a 1:44.5? As the Q3 session has now ended.
Cam has invalidated, so that would be his qualifying over.
Yep, he has slowed down a little bit. So can Top Gun to try and knock off Colt's pedestal and take the final front row spot, or will he be able to improve and knock Colt back down to third with Cam in second as he crosses the line with a 1:42.6?
Very good lap. Very good lap.
3/4 of a tenth.
And Parrot has stayed out, thinking he's going to get a beast of a lap with his fuel. Oh! Someone behind him gave a little nudge.
Meanwhile, discreetly, as he
The AI
crosses the line, does a
cars
1:42.9. So all eyes are now on to Smithy and Chill as they both now onto the entry and exit of Blanchemont and now heading towards the bus stop chicane. Remember, the rivalry reignited again last week. Will it be possibly do the same as
Smithy's
Smithy
jump
goes
power.
fastest with 1:43.3? Takes P5, whereas Chill.
I don't think Parrot would be very happy.
Screenshot the race result, qualify Q3 results, Ryan, please. So there we have it for Q3, and where we have our top 10. Superb Cam with another good performance in Q3 takes pole with a 1:42.554, with Top Gun only being 66 hundredths behind him with a 1:42.620. Colt in third with a 1:42.737, discreetly with a 1:42.9, and Smithy takes P5. and outdoes his rival of Chill.
I think Smithy will be very
5 minute
happy.
break will. I think Smithy will be very, very pleased with that result. So 5 minute break will begin, and it'll start at 8 minutes to 10.
I think everyone's kind of lucky it's not raining. That would cause a lot of problems. It's going to be a very interesting race. A lot of wheel-to-wheel battles.
And we are back. And we'll have a look at the race director, and it looks like Horn is going to be starting on the super softs. Whereas Manzi is still sticking to the strategy that he was going for and going on the soft tyres.
I wonder how many victims Radion's going to cause this race.
Well, we do not know at this point. It's still anyone's game. As we are now 2 minutes left of the break. Also, I forgot to mention, if for people that are tuning in for round 13 here at Belgium, if you would like to ask us any questions, message either Brandon or Ryan, and we will try and answer them as best as we can. Whilst we'll be waiting for the formation lap, for you two, what would be your predictions for the top 3 at the end of the race?
I think it'll be Cam first.
Yeah.
And I'll say Top Gunner, then Colt.
So you'll be sticking to
The current top three.
The current top 3. Interesting.
As all three of them had good performances last race.
Ryan, what we if you're he's obviously, of course he is there, he's alive. Ryan, your predictions of the top 3 for the end of the race?
very interesting indeed.
Is it, Phil? Who do you think,
Well,
Phil?
Well, for me, I think after having a good performance in qualifying from last week, and I'll say Cam, I'll go out on a limb and then say discreetly, and then possibly go out on a limb again and go para.
Ah, very interesting.
Oh ha ha. Okay, I don't know why you did. Whatever impression you was trying to do, Ryan, it sounded like you were Kenneth Williams. Well, you haven't included your audio.
Well, that's embarrassing. Sorry. My audio wasn't even
Part
running,
2
sorry.
of the blunders. It's back at it again. So, for the 12 drivers that will now be started on their formation lap, I think we'll hand it over to you, Brandon, if you want to do the rundown of the grid from the Q3 results.
Okay, Phil. So we've got Superb Cam in first, followed by
I've
Top
just done
Gooner
that.
in second place, run up the front row on the grid. Second row we have Ronnie Colt and Discreetly. In the third row we have GRL Smithy and Power Quicks. Fourth row Chill and Craigie. Fifth row we have Chalky and Kosher, and finally the sixth row of Horndog and Old Manzi.
Let's not forget that Paraquix is I'd say could possibly be the one to watch,
Nah.
depending on how depending on how his performance will be. I think another person that will be a one to watch will be Top Gooner as well.
Pretty cool name, innit? Top Gooner. Let's get racing, boys and girls.
And ladies and gentlemen,
We also would like to welcome
pretty
the
women
five
out there.
people. We'd also like to welcome the 5 people that are watching the stream. Welcome to
welcome.
GP2.
We got fans! I know one of them's Barrett. He messaged me.
That's true.
Focus on your driving, not your watching. Then you might get pole.
I think the rest of the grid are now starting to form up.
Here we go.
Yeah, don't mind me, it's not the fact, like, I definitely didn't tick my box for quali.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what, these AIs, if you look at Superb Cam, he's done
Ooh,
some
Cam
brilliant
actually is
parking.
very far off the box. So here we go for GRL GP2 on
Need a
Belgium
restart
as
on the
the
permission lap.
5 red lights.
And away
And
we
it's
go!
lights out,
What a
and away we
spot!
go.
Go,
The
go,
car's actually got off to
go.
a very, very good start and tries to go onto the inside of Top Gooner and also on the outside of Superb Cam as Top Gooner goes a little quite wide on the exit of the source. Meanwhile, Smithy actually tries to go 3 wide. Oh, his contact
Barra's gone.
with Top
That's a
Gooner.
massive, bro. And Chill's
And
gone.
Para and Chill's gone.
Yeah, that's Phil's
Top
prediction
Gooner
out the
and
window.
Chalky is gone.
I told you my podium would happen if there's no incidents.
Oh, Top Gooner's gone as well. That's my vote. That's my top 3 gone.
Yeah, man. Oh well.
Almost everyone's top 3's gone.
Wasn't that a
Please.
1998 replay of the Belgium Grand Prix?
That was very
That
similar
was
to
almost
last year.
That was almost very similar of last year, with when there was an incident with, I think it was Marley and Squiddy in GP2 at Belgium.
I wonder if that started with the same cause on that kink of the wall on the right.
I don't think it was actually the wall on the right they hit, it was the wall on the left. As Horn has a bit of a moment. Go on.
I bet
And
he
same with
could as well.
Kosher.
Well, we have 8 runners left. 3/4 of the lobby. The Colt is putting a lot of pressure.
Is actually sticking by with Cam, maybe an half a 10, as it looks like Craigie has got front wing damage. With Cam setting the fastest lap.
Everyone
Horn is actually
has
struggling being on
gained
them soft
positions
tyres.
or stayed the same.
Yeah, I think so far the one that was made in most positions is Manzi. As Cam gets a 3-second time penalty. As Colt is utilising the ERS slipstream.
Already did pit.
Yeah, I think they're pitting for a new front wing. As
Massive
Horn.
incident under that one.
Yeah, the shenanigans has came back once again. And Radion has took 2 more victims. That's a total of 8 now.
There I feel, you've been a knife.
Dude,
Shut
no,
up.
GP1 tomorrow. If GP1 goes like this tomorrow, I'm gonna have a good result.
Give me
It's bound to
time,
be
one.
one of us.
So
It's
we'll
bound
tits
to
around
either be
bound.
one of us.
Don't say me, Phil, because it will happen to me.
I'm not saying it'd be you.
Well,
but
you
it
more
might
than
be.
likely are. Don't you want me to hit the wall so you can relax?
No?
Phil wouldn't think of such
Do
thing.
that. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Lubbock is actually sticking. It's still sticking 6.5 tenths.
Oh dear, Paris
Off
message.
Cam.
Oh
This is the
dear.
only battle on track with all the gaps.
Uh-oh.
It's
Invite
starting
to
to improve.
party. We can't do that. You have to send the flip to the stewards.
Who's that? Para?
After the race.
Para.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, we could possibly give him I would say a mid-race interview, even though he crashed out in the first lap.
Just warn him in pre, just in case.
Warning beforehand as Colt
look at
still
Colt.
sticks onto the gearbox of Cam.
Oh, hang on. Another message from our good friend Para. He is
Got
saying
enough power.
interview. Ooh.
Alright
Yeah,
then,
wants one.
we'll do it, yeah, we'll do it.
Tasty.
We'll
the
send our on track pit lane.
We'll do our
interviewer,
mid-race interview
Brandon.
with one of the, I think
What
one of
race
the,
do it?
the
Okay.
ones to watch, which is Para.
There he is, man.
We do have him with us.
Alright, there we go.
So
Hello,
Para,
For the Belgian Grand Prix.
That was a quick one.
can you tell us in a very short words, even though the race seems very short, and what happened?
I kind of took a risk, I know that, and I am a bit pissed off, but I can clearly see that it's... I think it's a racing incident, so I'm going to see it as that. And, yeah,
PG3, for fuck's sake.
Which, right. Colt goes for the fastest
We
lap
went,
for 7.2.
side by side, me and Smitty. It was quite a good battle there.
I can remember with that on the start and the exit of the source, there was a 3 wide moment
Yeah, that was amazing.
on the
I was
exits.
really
It was
stunned there,
you,
Oh,
Smithy,
what about
and
CG
Top
Tech from
Gooner.
Colt on
There we go.
Go
First
Cam.
place
Oh,
is
Colt with the
Zoom Blast.
VTEC.
VTEC activated. How will he break? Oh, the Brilliant overtaking
stick.
by the Toro Rosso.
Overtake. But it did seem to be very unfortunate on your behalf, Para, being in the middle.
Yeah, that was
I think the last
interesting.
time we've had like a crack.
Ooh.
Capcom's a little bit wayward.
I hate the
The,
nerves of seeking
Exit
in.
of Russell.
Smithy's on the mediums, that's a massive undercut.
I think the last time that we had an incident after the source was season 2 of GRL, and it was at Belgium.
This track has got the history in GRL, causing a lot of incidents.
I didn't know what happened to Chill though. I didn't see him.
I don't think we actually know what happened to Chill either, but it kind of looked like that he got collected at Eau Rouge, but we did not know. So it was quite unfortunate from you there, Para, to retire that quickly.
Yeah.
It did actually look like he was going to be having a very, very good race.
And the one to watch,
Spike.
as Horns crashed, has lost the rear end. He's in the wall.
Which looks
He's
like...
facing the wrong way.
That looks like the campus.
Very good
Ooh,
awareness.
horn!
Oh, I didn't see that.
Very close to hit. Well, very close to block Kosher on the exit of the campus
And he's
section.
got front wing damage.
And you started to realise that the super softs are not a good tire to start on.
And goes very wide up Lyncham.
But yeah, Para, it is very unfortunate that you've retired at that stage. Obviously, he was hoping for a very good race.
I think
do you think
it's
you'll
my
be-
own fault. It's my own fault, I think. So.
Do you think you'll be more determined for next week for Italy?
I will. I think I'm going to take a bigger risk in lap 1 because I took a big risk going side by side with 2 of them.
Yeah.
Learn from
So,
the
yeah.
master of making mistakes. I made too many of them.
But I think it's a bit of a shame. I think they'll be comeback fighting and hopefully try and get the points that Ferrari was open for next week.
Well, it will make the championship more interesting, I think. So,
That's true
it
as well.
happens.
It's one of them races, not your
What's it?
days. Yeah, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, guys,
Also,
enjoy your stream.
Yeah, thank you very much. If you want to stay here with us, so just keep an eye with the race.
Now he's
Can
got a free
do
second
so.
Oh
second
yeah,
wing.
I will. I don't
If
mind.
you don't want to, then that's fine.
I think Lonely Colt's in a little rhythm here. Controlling the pace.
Yeah, I think Lonely Colt's actually finding the key racing line on some of these corners with a slight lock up at Purcell. Now to the corner with no name. And it looks like Cam's actually dropping back even more. Now 3 seconds.
I'm quite interested how my teammate Discreetly is going to do in this race. Because he's in 3rd now.
Trying to get them bonus points in here for the Ferrari. The constructors.
Hopefully trying to salvage the points that Ferrari needs, despite obviously the retirement off of Para.
Well, we do have both Williams out as well, so...
Which could be a bonus for Ferrari as well, but you never
Yeah.
know.
I think Renault's team will be happy. Smithy's in 5th and
Yeah, they will.
Manty's starting from 12th from the back and he's up to 4th.
And he could possibly is also on the ability to stay ahead of Smithy, maybe. as the gap between Manzi and Smithy is actually increasing it ever so slightly. As Colt has now increased the gap onto Cam to 3.3 seconds. So I do think Cam might have a tyre problem. It's like you have to conserve those soft tyres quite a bit now.
He's dropping slowly every sector.
Yeah.
I think Lenny's got the pace
Well,
in
I
the
think
tyres.
I think at this point the soft tyres do tend to get the grip levels of the soft starts to fall away around at this point on a lap 7 or lap 8.
Just depends who you can deal with it, the better.
There is a Manzi onto Puon, now onto the exit, heading towards Campus Corner, the campus section.
Colt making a lovely gap to second.
As Cam gets another 3-second time penalty, so he knows that those tyres are screaming in pain.
Maybe he's pushing too much, causing too many mistakes.
I'd say we normally see that in I think it was in last season, where some GP2 drivers tries to push the car before they make more mistakes. Cam, he had to lift onto Radion. Well, it looks like Smithy has now dropped the gap between Manzi now to 16.3 seconds, whereas Kosh's actually drops the gap to Craigie to 5.9 seconds.
I think Cam is starting to lose confidence in the tyres. If he's starting to lift off in Radion in Eau Rouge, I think the car's not going to cope with the amount of force getting the queens.
I think his tyres are starting to overheat. I think if you can possibly look a little bit close, the rear left just reaches at 100 and then drops back down to like 98, 99. So there's a yellow flag on the first sector. It looks like it's Craigie. And it does actually look like it's Craigie, because Kosh has actually reduced the gap even more now to 1.4 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just currently watching the gap. Manzi's gaining from Smithy.
Oh, Smithy is gaining from Manzi.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Seems like Cam has a trouble with ERS compared to Colt and Sweden.
Yeah, he's very
Yeah, that's
low
also-
on
that's-
DRS.
It's also another problem around this track, because it's ERS management. I
Yeah.
think we could be seeing that also for GP1 as well.
Need to exploit all the ERS down the straight and try and conserve it through the corners.
It is correct.
Thank you, Phil.
Top tips from a 1.1 driver.
You want to buy my book? On Amazon.
I'm driving, I've got
Go
no
on to-
championships.
Go on to grlshop.com.
Get a cheap
There's
bag.
AMG Kosher is actually, I think, slowly dropping back a little bit more onto Craigie again. It's now 1.4 seconds. So we're
Yeah.
now on to lap 9 of 22.
Surprising that all
Just
the
watch.
top one, like top 4 are still on their soft.
Just watching Colt, he
Well, it
looks
looks-
so comfortable.
It could. Oh, looks like Smithy went a little bit on the grass on the edge of Bristol.
I think it might be because they're not sure who is going to pit in first. to be
Colt
honest.
stays
They're
there.
all, I think they're all waiting to see who makes the first move.
So we're now on to lap 10. Because if we try and compare the comparison of Cam's tyres to Colt's, it does look like the Cam's tyres are slightly degrading a lot more than Colt's. Again, he had to lift up to Radion as Manzi now enters into the pits. Which does mean that Smithy will undercut his teammate and takes fourth.
But his tyres are a lot older than Manzi's.
Is
Which
true
might
as well.
play effect at the end of the race.
Not a lot of difference though in the times between Cam and Colt, to be honest.
Who's gonna
And
think
it
first to
looks
go to
like
pits?
Craigie is next into the pits.
Oh, 5 seconds stop go.
Naughty
That does mean
by
that Craig is doing a 2-stop now.
Manzi gets a 3-second time penalty. Only 6 seconds behind his teammate.
Can possibly gain them though, because his mediums are 6 laps newer. As Craigie is on the softs.
So we'll lead this pit this lap.
Discreetly
Colt.
will. He told me
Colt
before the
isn't.
race.
Colt stays out. Cam, you going in? No, he stays out. Discreetly's front left has a massive blister.
I think it's also on his front right as well. Just a little
There we
bit.
go.
And
He's
he's in.
going in. Meanwhile, Smithy is on Stavlo 1 and Stavlo 2, and he looks like he's got front wing damage as well. So he's now
Here
losing
comes
a lot of time
Manzi.
on his teammate.
He's
And now
alongside him.
Manzi overtakes his teammate. And now, Smithy's now struggling because of the front wing damage.
That means Kosher will jump him.
And we're now halfway through into the race, and this is the gap between of the leader, Cam being 5.8 seconds, with Discreetly being 38.7 seconds.
Manzi's
Manzi
in Smithy.
is ahead of Smithy, and now Kosh is ahead of him as well, now taking 5th place. Meanwhile, Horn is currently in 8th place, with Colt still staying out.
He might be going for the super shots.
Well, if so,
Colt's
this
on the last corner.
could possibly be a bold
Colt's
move.
pitted.
Ooh.
Well, he's going in.
And Cam's reacted. Doing the same as well.
And Cam's pulled the trigger as well.
Do you expect them to be both on mediums?
Colt's got the advantage though, because that means he'll be on his pit box a little bit more instant than Cam.
So Colt's on the mediums and so is Cam.
And it looks like Craigie's got front wing damage again after pitting onto the soft tyres. So now that both of the top two are now put on to the mediums. They're both currently on equal ERS, percentage wise, and with 10 laps to go, it's still anyone's race.
I think Lonely Colt will be very comfortable at the minute.
Comfortable and very, very confident.
Cam's 6 seconds behind, and plus he's got penalties.
Yeah. Meanwhile, discreetly, who's currently in third, he's only got a 13.6 second gap to Manzi. However, Craigie is now pitted.
Right, the leads to pitted. Cameron's lost a couple of seconds in the pits.
Cam needs to watch out his penalties though, because the more he gets, he's going to invite discreetly in.
That is true. As Ordog jumps Craigie, now takes 7th. Meanwhile, Smithy has got his front wing changed.
Oh,
There's also on another set of
Craigie's been
mediums.
lapped.
And that is also correct. Craigie has now been officially lapped by Colt with
That
Cam.
means Cam will be on his way as well.
It doesn't look like it's not going to be enough though, because Colt has actually gone past Craigie.
Without any bother.
Without any problems at all. Meanwhile, Manzi has lost 1.3 seconds off of discreetly. It's now on to 14.9 seconds. So we're now on to lap 13 of 22. I'm a bit surprised because of the first lap.
Coach just got a 3 second
The
time.
first lap shenanigans that we haven't got a safety car. We've only had a virtual safety car in GP3. It was either GP3 or 1.1.
That was out, 1.1.
Yeah, it was 1.1. Cam is now 8 seconds. Drop in. Scott goes fastest with a 1:46.1. As Colt now goes onto the Kemmel straight and just is now he's actually initiated cruise control, basically. Where he's been driving. Meanwhile, Smithy is actually still trying his best to close the gap of Kosher, but only knocking off 2/10, but then loses 3/10. Which is a bit surprising.
A lot of people tend to don't like this track. So the pace
they
might
don't.
be dipping.
No, it is true.
Been a nice cruise to the finish line for Colt.
Yeah, it's now gone up to 9.1 seconds.
But I bet Jeff will be on the Lovely's ear, tell him to manage that ERS. Because he's almost out.
That is also true as well.
Jeff won't be very happy. You got to always please Jeff.
It's always best to try and stay as consistent as possible. There's no point trying to beat your best. It's always just to try and get close to your best lap.
And always you've got to keep Jeff happy as well. Because when he's happy, everyone's happy.
Well,
Well, I
when
said-
Jeff's happy, it's just when Jeff's happy, then basically you're happy.
Yes.
It's not
When he
everyone's
starts the
happy.
moan, then you've got alarm bells ringing.
I won't say alarm bells, I'll say sirens. Welcome back to the Jeff police force. Smithy's
Everyone
actually
loves
knocked
Jeff.
off 1.2 seconds off of AMG Kosher. Goes very wide on the exit of Blanchimont. Which isn't gonna work too well for him. To be completely honest.
It's unfortunate this
Meanwhile,
track
Cam,
doesn't have many
meanwhile, Cam
overtakes.
is struggling massively.
A lot of people are struggling to keep up with
He's
everyone.
now,
It's a dirty
he's
air.
now onto the 10-second mark, yeah.
Happened in GP
Meanwhile,
1.1
Smithy,
as well. GP3. The big gaps.
I think we could possibly see the same as well for GP1. You never know. Meanwhile, Horn has gone into the pits as Craigie jumps in. Takes 7th.
Where that Colt is driving, I wonder if his engine would be starting to wear a lot quicker than everyone else's. He revs his engine at 3 to 4
Does tend
seconds,
to over-rev his engine quite a lot.
which is going to put a lot of torque through the engine.
A lot of talk and also a lot of stress. Because Cam has actually found 4/10. No, he's actually found 1.1 seconds off of Colt. Now Cam is approaching the back marker of Craigie. Don't forget that the blue flags will initiate when you are 1.2 seconds behind. And Craigie has let Cam through, which is very, very good sportsmanship from Craigie there. Very, very good sportsmanship indeed.
And Horn Dog's only 7.8 behind Craigie.
Meanwhile, Smithy, only being 10 seconds behind Kosher, is almost desperate to try and close that gap.
And try and redeem the mistake he did by damaging his front wing.
That is true. That is correct. We'll go on to Cam. Now 8.7. It's founded 4.5 tenths off of that lap. But again, Cam's ERS management seems to be a bit lackluster.
I think he's desperate to gain the time back, so he's putting it on high all the time. Not thinking the long term.
As we are now on to lap 17 of 22. We are also getting close to driver of the day.
There's 2 people for me.
I'll say that I would say 2 people for me as well.
I say lovely
I'm not
Colt.
sure on Ryan, I'm not sure what Ryan's might be.
I'll give it to lovely Colt or old Manzi. The way I would say
me?
lovely Colt, the way he's driving, his pace has been good, very consistent, and he's also gained 2 positions.
Yeah, I would go
say-
for Colt as well.
Well, if everyone's going for lovely Colt, then I think
Why not?
Go on, Phil. Who would you
It's a
look
lovely
anyway?
colt. Off me. Well, personally, I think I would have given it to. I think possibly discreetly.
And what was your
Just
reason
tried
behind
to-
that?
I think he's just tried to be as consistent as possible and get the Ferrari and salvage Ferrari the points for Belgium. Obviously, because of what happened to his teammate of Para. So, and not only that, discreetly he's also had a bit of a run-in of very, very bad performances in the past 3 races.
Oh, Manzi gets a
Really?
3-second time penalty.
So that's who I would give driver of the day to. Well, that's my opinion of who would get driver of the day.
Right, Ryan.
I'll give it to
Mr. Touchy Brow.
I think I'd fall asleep. Again.
The way the race is planned out.
I won't blame him.
Possibly. To be honest, when I was
Yeah,
racing this,
He only
and
had
it was
4
this
hours
gaps,
sleep last night.
I fell asleep by driving this track.
Oh, well, that was not somewhere else to do. With 3 laps to go, Lovely Colt is still holding the lead of Superb Cam, being 9.5 seconds behind the leader. Meanwhile, Discreetly is staying consistent despite being 22.7 seconds behind Superb Cam. Meanwhile, Manzi is actually doing a very good performance for Renault, being in P4, but also jumping 8 positions. Same goes with AMG Kosher from starting 10th and moving up onto P5, whereas Smithy's actually closing the gap even more onto AMG Kosher. It's now dropped to 6.7 seconds.
Go on, Smithy, give us a shootout. Who can direct? We want some action. We want it now.
If it rains tomorrow, I'm not going to be pleased.
Not gonna do it, Phil. Before I go to work, I'm gonna send you a nice little message, a good luck message.
If you're telling me to break a leg, I'll just break my leg anyway.
It's gonna be more the lines of good luck, it's gonna be wet. Hope you don't crash at Radion.
Better get Billy Mongan at Radion. No offense to Billy Mongan though. Billy Mongan's an absolute hero. An absolute trooper.
Smithy's gaining, he's only 5.9. That gap's coming down.
Well, it does look like it might be a bit too late though.
I think so.
As Lovely Colt is now on to lap 20, 22 with 2 laps to go. Cam is still 9.5 seconds and is now struggling on the mediums.
As it stands, Colt has had a very convincing and comfortable race.
Whereas Discreetly, after having a 3-race curse, I think he seems to have finally jumped over that.
And getting some big points for Ferrari.
Yeah, getting some key
Thank
points
you
for
very
the
much.
Ferrari team. And also getting them more prepared and determined for their home race at Monza.
I don't want to bring the bad luck to Ferrari, but when it goes to Monza, Ferrari do not have a good record. Their fans are always disappointed.
Whether it is in real life or in the game.
I will paint it grey.
We've got some positive notes. It's always Mercedes that always wins it, and there's no Mercedes cars here, so Ferrari might have it.
True. Well, there are 3 Mercedes-powered F1 teams.
True.
So you never know, one of them might go a bit very egotistical and think, yeah, Ferrari, how do you like it? We got a Mercedes-powered engine, Formula 1 team. As a lovely colt now starts lap 21-22 of the penultimate lap. Smithy has actually reduced the gap onto Coast to 5.1. But again, like what I said, at lap 19 for Smithy.
But he's thinking, I wish there was more laps. Wish there was more laps.
I bet what he's thinking now, I bet he's thinking, oh, we should have done a 100% race distance.
Next week, do 100%.
We're a bit too late though.
Sorry,
I bet
guys.
he's-
Because this track,
you gotta go.
I wonder if he's regretting that mistake he did on the front wing.
possibly, but by the looks of it, he had to change it because it was going super wide and understeering on Blanchimont. He couldn't take it flat.
Go on, Ryan. Who do you think's driver of the day?
I've just been on the toilet for the last 6 laps.
It's very comfortable.
It's very nice to hear that. Very, very good.
I'm gonna have to give it to Manzi.
Well, Manzi has actually had a bit of a string of good luck from last week.
So it was 2 votes for Colt, 1 for Manzi.
Discreetly, and 1 for
And 1
Manzi.
Yeah, discreetly.
What do you mean,
Colt.
Colt? Driver of the day. Manzi's getting 8 places.
I've only gone for Colt.
only
He's feeling more action,
Oh.
especially like the front end.
I'd say that the only reason why I went for discreetly is obviously he had that free race curse at Britain, Germany and Hungary. But now
Under
at
4
Belgium it
seconds.
does look like that the curse has been lifted.
That's not my fault.
I
I go by the race, not what's happened in the past.
But still, it's
But
a huge
still
boost. It's a huge boost though.
So's the VTEC engine, but we ain't giving it to Colt, are we?
I honestly do think Colt deserves it because he
Ow.
puts Cam on 10 seconds.
You're
In the last,
you're
in the
not
last
the
2 races,
commentator.
he came up from behind to almost the first place and almost overtook me. So I do think he deserves it.
That's because of it being 2
I just
to 1
put a
to
feather
1.
up in it.
Yes, Barrow.
You only come in for a mid-race incident. You're not involved anymore. You're the one that risked it at turn 1 and on the exit, and you were in the wall like a chicken.
But anyway, as Lovely Car now goes into the final 2 corners of the bus stop chicane.
Manzi is
Again,
driver
from
of
showing
the
a,
day.
showing a very, very good performance here at Belgium, and to get his win at the
And
Belgium
ends
Grand
it
Prix
with a
gets the
bang.
fastest lap again. And also shows a good level of consistency, so well done to Lovely Colt. Or a
That's why
superb
he's
cam,
getting
despite
driver of
having a bit of a poor race, obviously a strong
driver of the
performance at
day.
qualifying at Hungary, and not a poor obviously a poor unfortunate amount of consequences at Hungary. Cam does get 2nd place. Meanwhile, discreetly, he's going to be crossing the line after a 3 race curse to get 3rd.
Here comes driver of the day. Come on! You can cross the
Meanwhile,
line,
Smithy
don't
has
slow
actually
your-
gained. Meanwhile, Smithy has actually gained the gap onto Kosher's now 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, he needed 1 more lap.
But he only needed 1 more lap, whereas Manzi takes 4th place.
He's out of
Very
America.
good, strong performance from
Hang on,
Maxi.
we seen GP 1.1 yesterday. We seen a spin on the last lap to get a place. Oh, we're not going to see it today though.
No. Meanwhile, Kosher takes 5th place and
Yes!
Sophie takes 6th. And we also have a mascot. Well, not a mascot, a driver with us as well.
He's very happy that the race is finished.
Even though he decided to put it in the wall at turn 1. Yeah, we'll give him a big respect.
Don't worry, we won't do it for Verstappen when he crashes out and then give him driver of the day at the end. No offense to Max Verstappen though. And surprisingly, Colt and Discreetly did not get penalties.
That's why. Colt,
Oh, podium went
very,
invisible.
very
That's why I called.
consistent.
Another
race.
reason why I called deserves the driver of the day. No penalties.
So we'll get...
Well, don't
Well, by
worry
the looks
about
of
the
it-
penalties. He gained 8 places. He deserves driver of the day. You know what?
Well,
I'm
anyway, we'll get,
inviting him to our panel. He deserves it. Come on, my friend.
Alright then, if he deserves it, if you'll say that he deserves it, that's fine.
Discreetly
If
has
it might
got
be a
me.
good idea.
I'll start an argument. I'm the reporter and the bloody commentator. He can't start on me. I'll get him soon. I'll take his driving wage.
But anyway, we'll get lovely Colt, Superb Cam, and Discreetly for the interviews.
Maxi,
I think
we'll come back to
obviously,
you after the podium drivers. We have a special reason for you.
obviously, I think Colt and Cam does not have a mic. So if you want Brandon, message both of them to see how their race went.
He's getting
Okay,
good old
Philip.
pad and pen paper out.
And I think we'll go for the interview with Discreetly. As he has got his box ticked. We're also waiting for Superb Cam as well. So we'll start the interview with Discreetly, and it does look like Discreetly that the curse that you had from the past 3 races has been lifted. Getting a very good performance in 3rd. But you must be very happy with the performance.
Yeah, I had a shocking start for once. Got jumped by Para and Smithy, and then the accident that happened in turn 1 before the kink at Al Rouge, I expected to be collected in it, but I jumped on the brakes, weaved in and out, somehow survived it, and then after that it was just smooth sailing really.
You actually show that it shows very good. Does mean that you have good reaction times to try and avoid that that massive incident between I think it was Para and Top Gooner.
Yeah, there's Para,
It's quite
Top
unfortunate
Gooner,
for
and
both
then
of them.
later on up the road it was Chalky and Chill, I think it was, so 4 cars in total. So I'm obviously pleased that I managed to dodge it all.
But it did actually show that you was still keeping your consistency, and you was running at your own pace. Do you think you could have pushed it a little bit more and try and go for 2nd, or?
If I knew Cam had the penalties, but obviously I know Cam's like a fast driver, so I just thought if I just get this podium under my belt, just have a clean, solid race, then I'll be happy with that.
But it does actually show that your performance here at Belgium could possibly live up the hopes for Ferrari's home race at Italy.
Hopefully, but
No pressure though.
Cam and Cole were just absolutely flying, so we can only wait and see.
But anyway, congratulations on you for P3. If you want
Thank you.
any other questions from either of you, Brandon and Ryan, for Discreetly?
Hey, oh what?
Do you think the pressure's going to be a lot more on you and Para for the next race as it's your home Grand Prix? Or are you just going to take it as a normal race?
You just got to take it as a normal race. Like Para's like top contender. It's unfortunate that I lost him today, so I had to fly the flag for Ferrari. But hopefully that'll be just like a one-time thing for Para, because I think he's finished every race so far. hopefully we can both get some decent points next week.
But anyway, nonetheless, congratulations for you to get P3 here at the Belgian Grand Prix. I think Brandon's got the messages off of, I think, Cam.
I've only got one from Colt.
Okay.
Still waiting for Cam. His response was, my pace is decent. Wait, that's the wrong one. The start was difficult, but then it was, to be honest, quite easy. Was his response to the race.
Arrogance. Oh, I love it.
Quite wise
Very
words there
confident.
from the lovely Colt there. Very,
And,
very confident there.
And going into Italy, he says, how do you think it'll go? He said the same. I'm fast around here. Italy is very quick in my opinion.
So he's actually
Bring it
very
on.
confident.
He's very confident
From
going into the
For
race.
he was very confident for Belgium, and now he's even more confident for Italy in the performance as he had for tonight. So,
He's sucking
well,
on
hopefully-
his Tootsie Roll.
Bring it on!
hopefully the performance will that he has for Cole will continue for Italy. So, nonetheless, congratulations to Cole. Hopefully, we do have some. I think we've got an update with Cam. If not, I think we might hand it over to Ryan because he's going to be interviewing Manzi. How his race went.
Alright. I've got one
Is
half
there any
of
update
Cam.
on Cam?
Got one half of it. He thought his race went good, but
Yep.
couldn't catch Colt. But he's glad to get the points.
Despite from what happened last week at Hungary, due to them unfortunate circumstances, but at least he kept his ground and kept his head up for Belgium.
And I asked him how Italy would go, and he said
Yep.
he think it'll be close for pole and win.
Ooh.
So he's been optimistic.
So it looks like we could possibly see a three-way battle at Monza.
Dun, 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 dun.
But, anyway, congratulations to Superb Cam. And now, I don't know what I'm going to say
Hey.
this, I'm going to hand over to Ryan
Thank you.
to interview Manzi.
Mandy, you should be very pleasured you're getting this interview, because if it wasn't for me, these two git would have given it to someone else. I'm giving
Free.
you driver of the day. Because you
Thank you.
gained 8 places in this race. But some
Yeah.
people decide to give it from past races, not today. So Mandy, how
can't
did you
give-
think your
you
race
can't-
went?
You can't give driver of the day for someone for a race they've already done.
That's
Thank
fair.
you.
They do.
Thank you! My
You-
point
you
explained.
give
I'd base it
driver
on
of the day-
performance.
No, Phil.
I
no,
asked. I said, "But I was
Most
gonna
points were from this race from me, but anyways.
No, Phil. You give driver of the day for performance in said race. Not one
Okay
they had 3
then.
weeks ago. But they did alright round Spain.
Alright then.
Oh, jeez.
I proved my Tootsie Roll. Right, back to you, Mandy. Over to you.
I proved my
What's your
Tootsie-
opinion on this?
Yeah, well, tonight, I mean, honestly, I didn't intend to qualify last, but I had a plan in place.
I know,
Anyway. I was
sorry.
trying to get to the back because I knew that there was going to be carnage on lap 1 up Eau Rouge in Dewa. So
Just want to let you know.
Right on,
I kind of
actually.
commentated cursed you and Horn Dog. I said you two would get knocked out at Q2.
Oh, you did. I won't really,
worked
but I
out for
didn't
you,
really.
though.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't really try. I tried because the only reason I went out on the mediums is because I've never done this track on mediums before. I've got to get a feel for it. I've done no practice this week. Been scared of this track all week, so I'm actually quite happy that it's my plan.
And we did actually see a lot of people not actually practicing around Belgium because of how daunting it looks and how
Yeah, it's
proper dangerous.
It's
I
just
reckon
a
it looks
rouge.
kind of sexy.
You twitch and you're dead. That's it.
No, you
then
twitch
there's-
at All Rouge and then you die at Radion.
Radiant, actually.
That's
Well,
radio,
whatever.
actually.
But you
Don't
die.
you
You
turn
get to
into
the
that
top of the hill. and
BBC
you
Channel
die.
4 dick. Oh, this is All Rouge. We'll go under a river. Oh, here's Radion. But anyway, back to you, Phil, in the studio, and you can call the race over.
Alright then, even though we didn't instigate who will get driver of the day because we didn't even say it.
I said it was
Well-
Ramsey.
Thank you,
Clear
that's what I wanted
statement.
to hear.
Driver of the day in Spa, Manzi. Not from the last 1, 2, 3 Grand Prix.
Nevertheless, Colt was just
don't worry
behind
about
him.
that,
But anyway, I think
you
that's
guys
it
were on about
for...
discreetly. You said you were going to give
I
it
was
to
on
because he
about
had bad
Logan.
luck
Don't
in
worry,
the past
Colt.
3
I
races.
voted for you, Colt. Don't
I
worry.
voted you, Colt. Don't worry.
Harry,
That
your
was
vote
Phil.
don't count. You crashed at first lap.
Anyway, we're getting off track. Anyway, nonetheless, congratulations to the top 3 of
A lot of people got off
Lovely
track.
Colt, Cam, and Discreetly. And I don't know what I'm going to say. This for driver of the day is to Old Manzi again.
I thought you had to be neutral. Seems like you're picking sides.
Which I'm not.
It's biased.
But anyway,
My friend who
um,
drivers.
anyway, tune in tomorrow for GRL Season 3 for GP1 round Spa-Francorchamps. Meanwhile, for GP2, tune in next week for Monza. Can Discreetly and Paraquix try and secure a strong performance at their home race, or will either Lovely Colt and Cam cause an upset? You never know, and we might find out next week. Anyway, this has been It's Full 17. I was with Brandon and Ryan,
Tootsie roll.
and that as well. and we'll tune in next week for GP2 for round 14.